This is a tutorial on JJFunding.com. This is the front end where you can see how much money someone can borrow and they can fill out some data, and then the SBLS, and then submit. That data goes into the back end where the A or administration button is at the bottom. You put in your password, and now you're in an area where you can look at the database and initialize it with the name and password. That goes in with the website server host itself for MySQL. You can see the table data itself here, or you can look at the fields and alter them if you're a programmer. Now, to go to list contacts, you'll be able to see the information that people have entered. Now, if you look to the right, some information is really long in the questions, and that won't fit in the table nicely. So these three ellipses, you can click on there, and you'll see information. Sometimes people press the enter key by mistake when writing a question, and that's okay as well. Go back, and each person in the list can be left-clicked on the email. This information can be stored as a CSV or comma-separated value text file. Here are the instructions on how to get it into Microsoft Excel. This is the raw data that you'll see. If someone presses enter while asking a question, you'll notice that there'll be a bunch of underscores. These underscores are put in place of our enter key, because a new line is what divides information up in a CSV valued Excel sheet, text import. So let's right click on this, which is the text file that you can save. Save link as to your desktop. If it exists, simply overwrite it or give it a different name. Then you can go into Excel. In Excel, make a blank workbook, and then go to Data, from Text, and then go to your desktop or wherever you stored the file, and the file name. Use delimited text. Next. Delimiters are not tab, but in this case, it's a caret symbol. Next, and finish. This is your worksheet, depending on how you do your Excel programming, and say OK. Now you have all the titles up at the top for the fields themselves, and the questions even if they get long. And then you can save your data onto the desktop, for instance, as your contacts Excel file. And that's it. That's all there is to it. If you go back to viewing the site itself, you'll notice that the images, if you right click and inspect the element or view the image, it's stored in a folder called Art. In that folder Art, there are tons and tons of images that are all over the site. You can add those images yourself as well. If you open up a text editor, you'll notice in pages such as, if we close these, let's take a look at the About Us index. It requires the body copy file inside of the folder of About Us. Inside of body copy, you'll see an image, source equals, and then some PHP gets spit out from wherever it is, art, link external.jpg. So if the to root is in the index file that it calls back here, that just simply means go back 1, 2 folders, and then go forward to art, and there are the images themselves. It's a nice way to organize everything. There's JJFunding, there's the art, the CSS files for design, icons, small icons for front end and back end, the menus themselves that actually hold the information. Up top, the main would be index for home, about us, and how much can I borrow. That's the button title, the page, and the folder it goes to from the root. And that's pretty much all there is to the design and the layout of this content management system. Thank you.